Alrighty guys, hopping into another Dragon Ball Legends video. For this one, we're actually going to go ahead and be looking at the PvE kind of side of things today. We're actually specifically going to be looking at the Hybrid Dimensional Co-op versus Gohan. So this isn't brand new, but it's relatively new, right? So we're going to go ahead and be looking at the versus Gohan advanced stage. So the final stage, the hardest stage, right? So let's go ahead and look at the battle bonus character tags and the advantageous elements. So it's going to be blue, Gohan is red. So we're going to go ahead and boost character tags are Regeneration, Majin Buu Saga Z, Powerful Opponent, Range Type, Sun Family, and Hybrid Saiyan. So we're going to go ahead and be taking a look at my characters here. I'm basically going to go and take you guys through who I think is the best, right? So you guys go ahead and leave it in the comments below who you guys think is the best, who you guys use, who do you guys think works out well, right? So obviously from what you can tell right here, my casual setup, or my usual setup, not casual setup, is the evil Majin Buu. So let's go ahead and look at the characters here. So we're going to go ahead and pop up our character list. And so what we have right here is the Regeneration open. We're actually going to go ahead and open up the Powerful Warrior tag. Okay, so here we have the Powerful Opponent tag. So this is one of the tags. So you have Powerful Opponent, Regeneration, and Range Type is particularly what I am looking for. So we actually, the first one on the list right here, we have Lord Slug, who is not a Range Type, but he does fit the criteria for Regeneration and Powerful Opponent, right? So not a bad choice, right? He's viable. We're actually going to go ahead and take him. We're going to take him into a match. Just so, if you guys don't have anyone else, you guys really don't think you guys are capable of doing the event, you guys can go ahead and just bring Lord Slug along, and hopefully you guys can get some good, like, co-op buddies, so kind of, like, help you carry you along, right? And so, let's see, who else? So, we have Lord Slug. We actually have Baby here, who's not a range unit, but he does fit the Powerful Opponent and the Regeneration tag, right? So, what I pretty much like to do is, I do enjoy, or not necessarily enjoy, I do feel like it's necessary to at least have 2 of the battle boost bonuses, right? So at least 2 of them. So this guy does fit that criteria. He does have the Powerful Opponent and Regeneration. Let's go ahead and keep going through the list, seeing who else has it. This 21 has it because she does have the Regeneration tag as well as the Powerful Opponent tag, but not arranged, right? And then we keep going, and then so obviously right here we do have the Majin Buu Pure Evil, who is basically the guy that I think is the best for this, or for me at least, for what I have, right? So you do have the Absorb, or you have the Powerful Opponent, you have the Regeneration, and he is a Range Type, and better yet, even more so, he's the Majin Buu Saga Z episode. So he is able to have 4 out of the 6 tags, so that's huge, right? So he's really good. I feel like they geared it a little bit towards this guy, for the people that don't have like any of the new units, right? You also have this guy who's not that bad, right? He's a good unit, like for sure. He's not a Range Type though, so he's only gonna be fitting or actually he fits 3 of them because he does actually have the Majin Buu Saga Z as well. So he fits 3 of the tags, right? The 3 battle boost bonus, and then obviously you have this guy right here who's a Range Type. He is from Majin Buu Saga Z. He's Powerful Opponent, and he's Regeneration. So obviously this guy, if you want like all the tags, you want all the boost tags, then this guy is the way to go, right? He's probably, him and the Gohan are probably like the best, and that's just kind of how it works towards, right? It's geared more towards the new units. That's just how the game, it caters towards the new units, right? It does like, especially the new units always give you like a little advantage over like events like these, right? So that being said, going over the Regeneration side, the other 3 tags were Hybrid Saiyan, Hybrid Saiyan and Sun Family were the other 2, I believe. So we're gonna go ahead and look at the Sun Family. We're gonna go ahead and go over who I think is the best out of those guys to bring in. And for this one, you have a little bit more leeway, right? There's a little bit more options here. So you do want to bring in a blue. So I see a lot of people bringing this guy. That's fine too. He's pretty old, so he's pretty accessible. I feel like he is. So he is a Range Type, and he's a Sun Family type, so he's not bad, right? He's definitely not the best, but he's not bad at all. And then you have this guy who's also a Range Type, and he's Sun Family, so he's pretty good, right? I've brought him in a couple times too. He works well. You won't really have any issues with him, especially because he's just really good. Once you get those blue cards, you can counter, you can do all that good stuff. This guy as well. So you have him. He's a blue type. He's not a Range Type though, so he's only getting 2. So he's only getting the Hybrid Saiyan and the Sun Family. That's fine though. He's, like I said again, these are just viable choices that you have. They're not necessarily the best. Like I do think the new units, the new Gohan, the new Majin Buu, those guys are definitely like up there, like in the top ranks for it. And then personally, I would put the Pure Evil Majin Buu up there as well. So we can keep going along right here. So this guy, he's all right, right? Like, he's Sun Family still, but I wouldn't bring him. I'm gonna be real honest, I wouldn't bring him. And that's pretty much it. And then obviously this guy right here. So let's see how many tags he fulfills. So he actually fulfills the Hybrid Saiyan and the Sun family and then the range type. So the only thing that would make him even more like better for this event is that if he had the Majin Buu saga, but he's actually the Universal Survival saga, so he doesn't fit that criteria. So he's only getting 3 out of 6. Still, not bad at all. If you have this guy, go ahead and definitely use him. Bring him in. So let's go ahead and get right into the matches here. So we're going to go ahead and go into co-op, and we're going to go ahead and bring our Pure Evil Majin Buu. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of just show you how I play. And then I also wanted to go over the support members. Like, remember, guys, so if you guys are really, I think it is better to just go through and personally pick out the characters that you think are going to best buff your fighter. But if you're lazy, which me, I'm a little bit lazy sometimes. I just do like to do the auto select sometimes, right? I do just like to do the auto select support members. And it kind of just gives you this nice little setup right here. It does go off like ability bonus or whatever. So let's go ahead and hop into it with our Evil Majin Buu. Alrighty, guys, before we hop into the matches real quick, I wanted to just go ahead and pop up on the screen right here my top 5 units for this co-op event. So for not in any order, right? So for the first one, right, we have right here is the Majin Buu Pure Evil, and then you have the Buu tanks right here, the Majin Buu Gotenks Absorbed, and then you have the Evil Fat Buu right here, and then we have the LF Goku, not necessarily easy to have, right? He is old, but I don't think everyone's gonna have him, right? And then the new Gohan, of course, right? So out of these 5 units right here, I personally do think that a lot of people are gonna have the Fat Buu, the Evil Fat Buu, and the Majin Buu Pure Evil. So like I said, if you don't have any of the units, you know, those 2 are very good units to go ahead and bring into the match, and then obviously some of the other units that I went over in this video as well, right? So that being said, let's go ahead and go right into the matches. Alright, so the first guy we're actually paired up again it's Joe, and he's actually going to be running the Majin Buu that I was just looking over, right? Alright. And so, you'll see right here what I like to do here is I kind of want I want the Gohan to hit my buddy a little bit here. So he uses Vanish right there. I'll go ahead and just get some of these in there, right? I do want to collect Dragon Ball still, but I do want him to get hit, right? So let's go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and just tap him out of this. I really don't like this, it's good for like doing damage, right? But I want to get that link up. You see in the middle of the right side right there, I do like getting that link up. My buddy's being a little bit stubborn here. I like to get it up to 50% because you do get a buff, a slight buff here. So you do get the, unfortunately we're not able to get the link, but you ultimately what happens is you're able to get an increased card draw speed, which can be really beneficial in this mode, especially because you're crunched on time, right? You run out of cards and then you have to wait, and then it wastes your time a little bit. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get this, and look how much this guy does. A lot of damage, right? It's almost 2 full health bars just from a blue card right there. Gonna go ahead and do it again. See, and then we're gonna go ahead and pop the green card and try to get a Super Rising Rush going on here. Alright, so let our buddy do that. Alright, perfect. Rising Rush. So this is the Super Rising Rush. I do kind of like to time it, but if you guys don't time this right, like, absolutely do not worry about it. You don't have to get the Super Rising Rush. You don't have to perfectly match each other. Right? It's not a big deal. It helps a lot, and it's a lot quicker, but it's not needed, right? So there's no need to, like, disband, get mad over it, right? It happens. You just got to go with the flow. And look at the damage that we just outright finished it immediately. So that's with the Majin Buu Pure Evil and alongside the Fat Buu, right? Both from the Majin Buu saga. So that one, he gets 3 bonus tags, and then mine got 4 bonus tags. And so we're going to go ahead and look at the challenges on why I kind of also brought this character. So if you look at the challenges right here, so you have Battle with 1 element in blue, done. Battle with 1 powerful opponent, done. Battle with 1 regeneration, also done. So those 3 got out of the way immediately. I'm pretty sure we did it within the 45 counts. So those 3 done. The only thing that we did not do is the land a dual impact 1 time. Those are kind of like the standard ones that come with each co-op challenge, right? And the dual impact one isn't that hard either. We'll go ahead and try to get a dual impact in the next one. Alright, actually going to go ahead and Jesus. We're actually going to go ahead and be getting paired up with the Ultimate Gohan. So this is going to be pretty good, right? Okay, so this should be pretty easy. I'm not going to lie. When you kind of do bring these like more obscure units, you have to remember that you kind of do have to get carried a little bit there. So there we go. We got the dual impact strike. It's not too difficult to do, right? But it's also, I feel like it does involve a little bit of luck. Okay. Alright, gonna go ahead and cover rescue right there. We do get the link to 50% right there, right off the bat, so we are gonna be able to get that card draw speed, right? Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Perfect, got a Dragon Ball as well. Alright. Kind of just keep laying on the damage here. And then I'm just gonna sit back and wait for him to do a Super Rising Rush. That way do all this damage. Another thing that I wanted to point out too is that you notice well, you're not going to notice it in this, right? But what I kind of like to do is basically, if I don't see like a battle boost unit, I kind of disband. I feel like it's just the way to go, right? I feel like if you're not bringing in a battle boost unit at the very least with at least like 2 battle bonuses, like it's just almost like a waste. Like it's almost like, okay, there's no way this guy didn't get his Rising Rush in time. That was very weird. I was saving it for him, but look at the damage he's doing. But anyways, like I was saying, so if you notice, Vegito Blue is actually not a Rising or a Battle Boost unit. Okay. So I'm gonna be real honest. Sometimes I do DC against him. I honestly do feel like he's not the best in this. Like, Slug definitely isn't the best in this either. But I feel like Vegito Blue just doesn't do that much damage. So hopefully my buddy saves me here. I kind of need him to. Okay. Yep, there he goes. So he saved me there. I wish that gave Key back. That would have been really... So we got Link 100. 100 right there. So I never really get that. So let's see if he goes for the Rising Rush this time. Hopefully he does. Okay. Rising Rush. Go for the Rising Rush. We really need it. Yeah. I don't know what this guy's doing. I really don't. Go for the Rising Rush, please. Thank you. He took forever to pop that, and we've had the card draw speed too as well, right? I'm gonna go ahead and pop this. Alright, so we're doing really good damage there. From me as well, right? Alright, and we got a perfect, so this is gonna hurt. Alright. Hopefully this can kill. That would be ideal. Even if it doesn't. Okay, perfect. So we barely just got by that by like the skin of our teeth. Like I said, it could be a lot more difficult when you're bringing the more obscure units such as this guy. Or even like, I ran into a Gogeta user and a Vegito user. And it was a little bit rough as well. I was barely able to win with the Vegito user, but I was not able to win with the Gogeta user. Because the reason too with the Gogeta... the only boost that he's getting is the blast, right? The fact that he's a range type, right? So like I said, you do want someone that has at least 2 of the boosts, at least. And so my personal opinion, the result of this video is me just basically saying that I believe that the Majin Buu Pure Evil is my personal best pick for this co-op battle, just because I have not been able to use the Gohan, I have not been able to use the boot tanks simply because of the fact that I did not pull them and did not summon for them. Alright, so that's going to go ahead and wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.